JiKook reshook the fandom world, especially among ARMY who have been loyal to following every interaction between JeonJungkook and ParkJimin. This time, the moment that was considered the most open and daring finally happened in front of the public, even witnessed live by a widely known public figure, ChooSungHoon. Many call this incident the turning point of all the speculation that has been circulating. In an event full of highlights, the atmosphere initially seemed relaxed and full of laughter. However, it slowly turned into an emotional moment when the discussion began to lead to personal relationships and closeness between members. Jungkook and Jimin, who have been known to have strong chemistry since their debut together, seemed more open than usual. Their gaze, small gestures, to the way they respond to each other become the center of attention. The fans who watched the moment immediately realized that something was different. Jungkook, who usually tends to be shy in expressing his feelings, this time looked more calm and steady. He spoke in a serious but warm tone, revealing how valuable Jimin's figure was in his life. The statement instantly made the atmosphere quiet for a moment, before finally being greeted with an emotional reaction from the audience. On the other hand, Jimin was no less open. With his trademark smile, he admits that their relationship is not just an ordinary friendship. He emphasizes that what they have is something that has been awakened for a long time through many difficult moments and happiness that they have gone through together. Jimin's words felt sincere and touching, making many people feel carried away. The most attention-grabbing moment happened when ChooSungHoon gave his reaction. As someone who is known to be assertive and rarely shows excessive emotion, his response this time was actually very warm. He praised Jungkook and Jimin's courage in expressing their feelings honestly in public. According to him, not everyone has the courage to do this, especially in their position as a big public figure. This compliment from ChooSungHoon immediately went viral on various social media platforms. Many netizens considered that the recognition further strengthened what had been believed by the fans. In fact, some comments mentioned that validation from an outside figure like ChooSungHoon provides a new, more real perspective on JiKook's relationship. Not only that, Jungkook and Jimin's expressions after receiving the compliment were also in the spotlight. The two seemed to be smiling at each other, with an aura of relief that was hard to hide. It is as if there is a burden that finally comes off after so long harboring feelings that have never been expressed directly in public. This phenomenon has also sparked debate among fans. Some feel happy and perceive this moment as a vivid proof of their closeness. However, there are also those who choose to still see it as a very close form of friendship without the need to be given a specific label. Despite these various interpretations, one thing is certain. This moment has left a deep impression on anyone who witnessed it. In the entertainment world, especially K-pop, the line between personal and professional life is often very thin. What Jungkook and Jimin did could be considered a bold move that is rarely done by other idols. They not only show a professional side as entertainers, but also a human side full of emotion and honesty. The global reaction was no less frenzied. Hashtags related to JiKook immediately occupied trending in various countries. The video of the cut of the moment is widespread, accompanied by various analyses from fans. There are those who discuss body language, there are those who highlight the choice of words, and there are those who try to associate this moment with previous events. Interestingly, some pop culture observers judge that this moment shows a change in the K-pop industry itself. Emotional openness, more personal relationships, and more authentic interactions began to gain ground in the hearts of the public. Jungkook and Jimin, indirectly, became the representation of the change. Behind all that, the most important thing is how these two figures still show mutual respect and support for each other. Whatever the label given by the public, their relationship is clearly built on trust, closeness, and shared experiences that cannot be replaced. This moment in front of ChooSungHoon will probably continue to be remembered as one of the most iconic points in JiKook's journey. Not only because of what is said, but also because of the courage, honesty, and emotion that is shown in a real way in front of the world. In the end, whether this is really a confirmation as some believe, or just an expression of deep friendship, perhaps only Jungkook and Jimin really know. But for fans, this moment is more than enough to celebrate, remember, and talk about for a very long time. The moment that happened in front of ChooSungHoon seemed to open a new chapter in the way the public viewed the relationship between JeonJungkook and ParkJimin. Many fans then went back to tracing various old moments, ranging from trainee days to their long journey with BTS, in search of a common thread that now feels more and more clear. Looking back, the interaction between Jungkook and Jimin has always had its own charm. From light backstage jokes, warm hugs during concerts, to small attentions that are often caught on camera, everything now seems to have a deeper meaning for fans. Many felt that what happened at the event was not something sudden, but rather the result of a long journey that finally found the right moment to reveal. The reaction of the ARMY around the world was very diverse, but dominated by a sense of excitement and happiness. Not a few admitted to crying while watching or even just rereading Jungkook and Jimin's statements. For them, this is not just a moment of entertainment, but also an emotional moment that shows the other side of the idol they have always admired. On social media, various theories and interpretations are rapidly emerging. Some fans made video compilations showing clues from the past, while others wrote lengthy analyses of the duo's body language and facial expressions. In fact, there are also those who try to read the meaning behind the pauses, smiles, and the way they look at each other in the moment. But amid the euphoria, there are also voices that remind the importance of respecting privacy. They stress that although Jungkook and Jimin showed openness, it does not mean that all aspects of their relationship should be overinterpreted. This wiser approach actually has the support of many, as it is considered to maintain a balance between curiosity and respect. Interestingly, the praise from ChooSungHoon didn't just stop at that moment. Many consider that his attitude reflects a more mature view of relationships between people. He did not try to label or overvalue, but instead focused on the courage and honesty shown by Jungkook and Jimin. This made many people appreciate her figure even more, not only as an athlete, but also as a thoughtful person. On the other hand, the impact of this moment was also felt on Jungkook and Jimin's image as artists. They are no longer just seen as idols with perfect performances on stage, but also as individuals who have complex feelings and dare to express them. This actually makes them feel closer to fans, because it shows a human side that is rarely seen. Some entertainment industry analysts even said that this moment could be one of the turning points in the relationship between idols and fans. The openness shown by Jungkook and Jimin could pave the way for a more authentic approach in the future, where artists no longer have to always maintain a too perfect and closed image. Inevitably, the media's spotlight on JiKook after this incident increased dramatically. Many news portals, both in Korea and internationally, began to rediscuss the dynamics of their relationship. In fact, several talk shows and YouTube channels also raised this topic as the main discussion material, showing how big the impact of one moment is. Even so, Jungkook and Jimin still showed their professional attitude. In subsequent appearances, they still performed optimally as part of BTS, without being disturbed by various speculations. This only reinforces the impression that what they are doing is something sincere and not made up for mere sensation. For fans, this moment will continue to be remembered as one of the most emotional points in JiKook's journey. Many hope that in the future, Jungkook and Jimin will continue to show their closeness without having to feel overwhelmed by public expectations. Because in the end, what matters most is not the label or definition, but their happiness and comfort as individuals. In conclusion, what happened before ChooSungHoon was not just a viral moment, but also a reflection on courage, honesty, and authentic human relationships. Regardless of how the public interprets it, one thing is clear. Jungkook and Jimin have shown that behind the glitter of the entertainment world, there is a real story full of meaning and emotion.